Bunburry, Episode 2, Murderous Ride, by Helena Marchmont, narrated by Nathaniel Parker.
Let me be surrounded by luxury. I can do without the necessities. Oscar Wilde. Chapter 1. The Bus Stop. Alfie decided that the bus shelter contravened the Trade Descriptions Act. It had a roof, true, but it was open on 3 sides, which meant it offered no shelter whatsoever from the rain lashing horizontally into his face. There was no sign of any bus, even though the faded timetable behind the glass stated that it should have arrived 15 minutes ago, and Alfie had been waiting for at least 25. Like all Londoners, he complained bitterly about the capital's public transport. No buses for hours, and then 3 arriving at once, tube delays and breakdowns. But now that he was living in the country, he realised that London transport was a miracle of efficiency. Here in Bunbury, express trains shot through at speed, leaving the locals dependent on ancient and erratic rolling stock. The country bus route had been altered with the apparent aim of causing maximum inconvenience. The stop by the post office in the High Street was no longer in use. Buses didn't come through the centre of the village anymore, but stopped only at this isolated shelter on the outskirts, a good half-mile from Windermere Cottage. Just as Alfie was regretting his impulse to visit the surrounding area, he caught sight of a single-decker bus in the distance. He stepped forward, preparing to signal to it. He wasn't going to risk the driver failing to see him. A car suddenly rushed past the bus on the wrong side of the narrow road. It was heading straight for a second car travelling in the opposite direction, which braked sharply, its horn blaring. At the last moment, the rogue car pulled in on its own side, straight through a pool of water, sending a parabola of muddy spray over Alfie. "Moron!" yelled the other driver through his partially open window. But since the rogue car was long gone, the shout seemed directed at Alfie. When the bus pulled up, Alfie was standing in the shelter, supporting himself with a hand splayed against the glass. He waved the bus on with his other hand, hoping that the driver would assume he had abandoned his journey because of the soaking. In fact, the new waxed jacket had protected him from the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?